Day 5 doing push-ups while reading. We got, this is called The Unwanted Stories of the Syrian Refugees. Assad armed forces are ruthless. They evicted people from their houses, burned all their possessions, and they burned down the houses of opposition. Many people died. It was peaceful demonstration, no weapons, nothing. Within months, the protest grows, and so does the violence. Kidnapping, shootouts, executions, and massacres. Across Syria, sides supporting opposing Assad are drawn mostly along religious lines, Jewish as a just as a Christianity, Baptist, and like Islam. It's roughly split into Shia and Sunni. President Assad mostly finds support of Shia Muslim and Alawites, a Shia sect of which he's a member. Some Christians favor him too, while others try to remain neutral. Sunni Muslims are about 3/4 of the population, mostly oppose him. The divisions explode into civil war. Assad uses arrest and violence to hang on to power. They would usually torture you for about 2-3 months before they would kill you. The lucky ones are eventually freed, return with electric shock, mark, cigarette burns, and broken bones. Some Syrian soldiers desert. They join with armed civilization to fight Assad. Violence sweeps Syria. It's boom, boom, guns. Hundreds, then thousands flee. Many simply cross into Jordan and Lebanon, where they're trying to take up a new life. Others pile up of the Turkish borders. Turkey will officially accept those with passports. The mass of people are without and sneak in. Holy. The night is cold. Families with nothing but the clothes on their back sail towards the Turkish border in silence. We felt maybe it's our turn to die, but we didn't want to die, so we made up our minds to leave. Soldiers patrol the night. If they hear anything, they would shoot, says the girl. Older children carry the young ones. No one stops to rest. A mother loses 2 small ones. Mom, help, I'm caught. After she frees them, they are all struggled on. The frantic 17-year-old flees Assad soldiers at the river border between Turkey and Syria. He leaps into the water and drowns. Let him become fish food, they said. Frightened 14-year-old boy tries to sneak out of Syria border. Guards shoot him. By June 2011, there are about 2,000 refugees in Turkey. Many find themselves in rent camps provided by the Turkish government. 5,000 have fled to Lebanon. They move in with friends and relatives or find space in quarter communities in the hills. The trickle of people into Jordan becomes a flood. Islamic zealots, known as jihadists, joined the fight against Assad, and not just homegrown jihadists. Others from Afghanistan, Iran, Pakistan come into Syria. Even among the jihadists, there are differences. They fight one another as much as they fight Assad. The idea is replacing Assad's tyranny with Islamic dictatorship. Trouble Syrians who want democracy. Butchering is practiced all around, but as it has Assad's opponents who do most of the dying. Mayhem grips Syria. A family hides in a bathroom. Bombs explode around them. They flee their home, hide in the orchards for weeks. Others escape, creeping over guarded borders. Just walk, don't breathe. We gave babies sleeping pills so they wouldn't cry. Roads everywhere are controlled by government and opposite forces. A pickup truck carrying a piano is spotted at the checkpoint. Checkpoint named manned by ISIS fighters as a notable band of ruthless jihadists who invoke God to defend their breathtaking brutality. You know that music is forbidden by Islam. They burnt the piano. It could have easily been piano's owner instead. That's when I decided to leave. He dodges falling rocks. At the Turkish border, he follows smugglers. He hides out in the filthy apartment in the Turkish coast. Later, he joins 17 others and is taken to a small boat that sneaks into nearby Greece. The boat cost is $1,250 a person. For some of it is their life savings. All kinds of people jump at a chance. All people jump at a chance to fatten their wallets at the expense of refugees. Smugglers provide outboard-powered, inflated boats to refugees who will pay themselves to Greece and afterwards discard them. The $4,000 investment in a boat and mortar can earn the smugglers about $40,000 or $50,000. A dozen might leave the Turkish coast on a given night, profiting smugglers about $500,000. It's more lucrative than dealing drugs. I had to steer the boat and had never done this before. I was afraid of it. And the children were screaming. 2 refugees, friends from the Syrian city, of Aleppo spilled out of smugglers digging into Greek shore. Safety Joe, I could feel away here. Other Syrians make their way to the Egyptian and Libyan coast, where they board larger captain boats to make the longer passage to Italy. Relying on smugglers is expensive and risky. They sometimes hold refugees hostage for greater payment, or abandon them on the North African coast instead of Italy. Whether it is Turkey, Egypt, or Libya, the beach is dangerous. It is here for refugees can be beaten and robbed by the cunning crew. A young smuggler spies two small motorboats approaching and whips the refugees out of hiding. Run! They throw themselves into boats which deliver them to the fishing boat that will make the trip to Italy. Hundreds crowd on, forcing it low in the water. Don't let me die. Smugglers ignore safety. It's common for their ships to founder, capsize, or sink. I tried to catch my wife and children in my arms, but one by one they drowned. Thousands die. One Mississippi, two Mississippi, three Mississippi, Mississippi, one Mississippi, two Mississippi, three Mississippi, three Mississippi, five Mississippi, two Mississippi. But desperate Syrians ignore the peril. Hundreds of thousands of refugees collect the southern Mediterranean line, aching for the chance to reach Western Europe, especially Germany or Sweden, where they have greater chance to be welcomed and allowed to work. We had the choice one to get on the boat, even though no one knew how to swim, or to go back to Syria and die under the bombs